I brought olives, but I didn't bring a thing to get it out. Alright, you guys, I just feel all over the place. I believe in my last video I said that I was going to settle down and enjoy spring, and then all these things came up in my life and I feel like I almost missed all of my favorite activities. I love it when the lilacs are here. I love when all the blossoms start to come out, all the little ducklings and goslings, and just getting back to my traditional medicines. And I feel like I get so anxious when I don't have the time to do these things, and so I'm really grateful that I was able to hop on the tail end of spring and collect my fir buds to make fir bud cordial and just enjoy a little bit of this rainy season here in the Pacific Northwest. I love using the fir buds because I just believe that they are one of the best medicines in the springtime, as we sort of are in this last little bit of cold and flu season. They're really good for the lungs and supporting your sinuses, and as allergies start to kick in, I definitely find myself reaching for this, and the taste is actually quite lovely. I feel like I do a more diluted version because you're not actually supposed to overconsume medicines because they're quite potent, and I add lemon to it, and so it sort of tastes like Sprite almost. Since Kokmal and I have gotten married, our careers have kept us pretty far apart from each other, and while I think it's been a really great time for us to focus on our dreams and our paths, it has definitely led to a lot of loneliness, and so I was excited to be able to go and join him at this project he's working on and explore a new area. And where he is, it's almost 4,000 meters above sea level, so it's just an entirely different climate than we're used to at our measly 200 meters above sea level, and it was just so different. It almost felt like going back in time a little bit because they seemed like a month or so behind where we were at with our spring, and to see all these bears coming out of hibernation, these fat bears, was really lovely. We probably saw almost 8 or 9 black bears, these beautiful ravens, and even one grizzly, and we're trying to teach Sunny how to be a good guard dog, but he's still getting the hang of it. I think he'd rather be friends with the bears than scare them off, so that's a work in progress there. The audio was no good because the wind was so bad up here, but basically what I said was that Kex brought me up here to this mountain and he bribed me by saying that there were waterfalls, but what he did not tell me was that we had to first drive 20 kilometers up a treacherous road, and then we had to hike through snow, and the waterfalls were actually at the bottom, and where we were hiking to was more of a lake situation. It was beautiful up there, but I was not prepared for the snow. So I was struggling majorly, but Sunny, our husky, was thriving, and so it was all worth it to see how much fun he was having playing in the snow. Woo! So I've been lucky enough to be invited to some really amazing things lately, like the Junos and International Indigenous Music Summit in Toronto, and it's been so exciting and encouraging to be surrounded by other musicians and to get to go to showcases. And I also just put out a new song called Truer Love. It's sort of a breakup ballad with an empowering message in it, specifically for female empowerment, but for anyone in general, and it's been really fun recording that song. It was the first song I recorded actually after the incident, and I was just starting to get my voice back, but I still had smoke damage, so I sound a little bit maybe more huskier or just raspier than normal. And it's been really a blessing to get to do music in this way, but I'm also reaching a point where my body is starting to giving out on me and just having some struggles with keeping up with everything. And so I think that spring is a good metaphor for being excited for what's to come, but learning that you have to sort of take a step back and be in the moment of fresh growth and digging your roots down deeper so that you can be grounded in who you are. And I guess that's what I'm trying to do right now, is sort of just focus on the things that keep me grounded, like being with Cookmalin, spending time with my cat, spending time in the garden, and just sort of getting back to the little things that make me who I am. And swimming is a huge one of those, so I'm excited to just be in any sort of body of water that I can find this summer. But I don't know, that's just where my head's at. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll see you in a video very, very soon.